Hi, we're out walking and we stopped for a water break, and I was remembering this story that I read in Reader's Digest probably more than 40 years ago, and it is hilarious, so I'm going to share it with you. There was this lady with a toddler that had an appointment with her gynecologist on this weekday morning. And it was supposed to be about mid-morning, so she was just making her first cup of coffee. Her little girl was running around in the house, and the telephone rings, and it's her doctor's office. And they said, hey, the doctor's going to go in to deliver a baby. If you can come right now, we can see you today. Otherwise, we're going to have to reschedule you. She's like, no, 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 no. She goes, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll leave the house in like 15 minutes. So she poured her coffee in a to-go cup. She raced in the bathroom, hopped up on the sink, did a quick little splash bath, dried off, got dressed, got her daughter. They got out the door, and she's feeling a little tense and rushed and everything. And I mean, I don't know of any women that like to go for that appointment, but she just wanted to get it over with because she'd been anticipating it for so long. So she gets to the doctor's office and she checks in. She goes into the exam room, and the nurse comes in and gets her, put up in the stirrups, and the little paper tent thing put over her knees, and now she's just waiting on the doctor. And when the doctor comes in, he says, wow, you really went all out for this visit, didn't you? And she said, I felt my face just get super hot. I knew it was bright red. I had no idea what he was talking about. And she finished the appointment. She got out of there and she went home, and she's like, man, I don't ever want to go back to another appointment again, much less that same doctor. And her little girl was now getting ready to have lunch, and she went in the bathroom to wash her hands, and she said, Mommy, where's my wash rag? She's running this through her head, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's the one I used right before I went to the doctor. She's like, it's dirty, it's in the dirty clothes, get a clean one. And the little girl says, no, no, that one had my glittery sparkles in it, I need that one. And then she knew what the doctor meant. She said she did change doctors. Reminds me of one more Reader's Digest story. And there was this lady that had a 2-year-old boy, and he loved chapstick. And he would always ask her for it, so she'd pull it out of her purse and he'd put it on, and then he'd hand it back to her, she'd put the cap on, and then, they'd go on with their day. And he was about 2, and she decided she was just going to leave a tube of chapstick in the bathroom for him to put on whenever he wanted to. Well, he was in the bathroom with the door closed, and he'd been in there for a little while, so she knocked on the door and called his name, and he was in there. He sounded fine. She slowly opened the door to find the little boy sitting on the floor with the cat's tail in his hand, taking the chapstick right under the tail. She was completely disgusted because she'd been using the same chapstick. Little kids are nasty. Anyway, there's not much going on today, and I thought of those stories and I wanted to share them. Thanks for watching. I look forward to next time. Bye.